Hello everyone, this is my first video and today I will be showing you how to start up the X-Plane 11 Default 737-800. So, when you're in the cockpit, the first thing you want to do is you're going to want to look up here and then look for the battery switch, which is right here. Now you're going to flick this switch down once and then close the black hood. Once you've done that, if you look down, there's a standby power switch. For the standby power switch, you're going to want to flip it to the right once and then close the black hood. Once the standby power is on auto, look down a little bit until you see the ground power switch and flick it down once. After that, you're going to want to look down until you see the APU switch. So you're going to flick this down once and then once again. It will pop back up, but that's normal. Once you've done that, you might hear it, and then this meter will start to rise, as you can see here. So, after you've done that, you're going to want to look up to bus transfer, and you're going to wait for this to turn blue. After about a minute, the light will turn blue. So once it turns blue, you're going to flick these two switches down. Once you've done that, turn the ground power switch off. Then you're going to want to turn on the fuel pumps. Once you've done that, you have to go all the way to the other side. And then up here, you're going to want to click this button, the APU. Now flick that switch down and then come up here and then flick all these switches down. So what you're going to want to do next is you're going to want to come to these switches here and flip it to GRD. Now this is engine 2, but you can start with whatever one you like. But I've already done engine number 1, so that's why I'm starting with engine number 2. As you can see, this is increasing and there's 3 yellow bars. When 2 of them disappears, you're going to come under the throttle until you see these 2 mini levers, and you're going to lift them up all the way to the top to idle. Depending on which one you've done, engine 1 or 2, you're going to lift up the lever 1 or 2. After that, you can just repeat for your other engine. So once you've done both engines, you're going to come to bus transfer and then flick these 2 outside buttons down and then the 2 middle ones up. You're going to move all the way to the other side and flick this APU switch up. Once you flick the switch up, come to the center to the APU and then turn the APU off. And last step, all you've got to do is come up all the way to the corner and then turn the yaw damper on. And that is how you fully start up the X-Plane 11 737-800. There's a few more additional steps you can do, but it's completely optional. But if you do want to, well, this is for full flights. If you go above 10,000 feet, an alarm will scream at you, and it'll be this one right here, which is cabin altitude. It will scream to you an alarm that sounds like this until you fix it. But to save you the hassle, this is what you've got to do. So you're going to come up to the right side of the panel and you'll see all these buttons here. All you have to do to save you from the alarm is flick both these switches down and then these two, the L pack and the R pack, for left and right to auto by flicking them down once. One last thing you have to do is this switch here. This will be your cruising altitude. So depending on what your cruising altitude will be, you will just put it here. But for this case, I will just put 25,000 feet. And that is how you fully start up the 737-800 and to stop the cabin altitude warning when you're cruising. I will post more tutorials on this account, but in that case, have a good flight.